Leaders at the G8 summit of industrialised countries will resume their efforts today to try to reach agreement on tackling the Eurozone crisis. Opening the talks at Camp David, President Obama said sorting out the problem was a matter of extraordinary importance. At their first meeting over dinner, the leaders discussed other international issues.
The G8 is normally a buttoned-up, high-profile production hosted in resort towns around the world. But this year, the leaders of 8 of the world's wealthiest nations will meet at Camp David in the serene mountains of northern Maryland for a simpler, more intimate affair. And good thing, they've got a lot of work to do.
The first and perhaps the most critical item on the agenda is the global economy, and I think certainly a very robust conversation about the Eurozone crisis.
The crisis that involves 17 European countries has entered year 3, and with Greece on the brink of financial ruin, it's a threat to the fragile economic recovery of the United States. America is in a tough spot, eager for a solution but reticent to bail Europe out, and without much of a leg to stand on considering how its own economic crisis rocked the world.
Our position is as it was, which is we believe that Europe has both the capacity and the will to deal with the sovereign crisis, the Eurozone crisis.
President Obama will welcome 2 new players on this stage who are key to finding a fix. Mario Monti, Prime Minister of vulnerable Italy, and most notably, French President François Hollande.
Le processus qui est aujourd'hui en cours.
So new to the job, he had his first meeting with Germany's Angela Merkel, head of the Eurozone's biggest economy, just hours after taking office this week. One key player is missing. Russian President Vladimir Putin blew off the summit at the last minute. He's sending his understudy, Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev, instead.
I think it's actually quite an extraordinary development when a Russian leader does not accept an invitation by an American president. It also, I believe, sets a clear tone for U.S.-Russian relations in the next 6 months. I think it sets a frosty tone.
Russia has resisted attempts by the U.S. and other UN Security Council nations to pressure Syria and Iran. Syria, where government forces are taking on armed opposition fighters and casualties continue to mount, and Iran, which is continuing with its alleged nuclear weapons program.
I'd like to reaffirm very clearly that we want Greece to stay in the euro area. Greece is part of the European family and part of the euro project. And the European Union, I'm sure, will do all it takes to ensure it. We'll honor our commitments towards Greece, and we expect the Greek authorities to fulfill the jointly agreed conditions for financial assistance. It's extremely important that both Greece and all the other members of the euro area respect the commitments taken. This is a question of credibility, and credibility is essential for confidence. We are working for Plan A, and Plan A is Greece to remain in the euro, Greece to respect its commitments, and of course all the other member states respect also its commitments. This is our plan.
On the financial transactions tax, I'm very clear. We're not going to get growth in Europe or in Britain by introducing a new tax that would actually hit people as well as financial institutions. So I don't think it is a sensible measure. I will not support it.